All right, so I'm about to get ready to react to something that is heartbreaking, to be honest. If you got kids, I highly encourage that you talk to them about bullying. Check on them. Make sure they're not being bullied. And also, you may want to check on if they're the ones doing the bullying, because this story right here almost made me throw up when I read it. Let's check it out. So it says Texas girl ends her life after being told ICE will deport her family by classmates. First and foremost, it's crazy what's going on in our country right now and how it's being handled. I don't advocate for anybody breaking the law, but at the same time, I just wish there was a little bit of empathy on how we were going about doing it. But that's neither here nor there. I want to stay on topic. This girl was told by her classmates, this young 11-year-old girl was told by her classmate that her family's going to be deported. And can you imagine what this girl is going through? I'm willing to bet she only ever been in America. She only knows America. And this is what she has to go through right now. And so her mom is seeking answers, right? Because her 11-year-old daughter took her life after being constantly bullied. And it's crazy, man, because I know that the people who bully her are gonna be affected by this. They gotta be. And what's also crazy, if you read further into the story, they say her mom found out that she was repeatedly harassed, right? And she was taunted, right? And they threatened to call ICE on her and immigration and all that to deport her family. And to a child, you can't even bear or understand that stress, right? And it says the bullying was so severe that Jocelyn reported it to the school authorities multiple times, yet no action was taken. And then it says Marabella added that she was not informed about the bullying until after her daughter's death. So the girl wasn't even comfortable with telling her parents. And I can tell you right now, that's a tough thing to do, right? It's a tough thing to have to go to your parents and say that you're being picked on, that you're being bullied, that you don't feel safe. And so I can only imagine the weight that this little girl had to bear, right? So it goes further to say on February 3rd, I think during months of bullying, she made the decision to end her life. She was rushed to intensive care in Dallas, where she remained for 5 days before passing away on February 8th. I definitely want to send my prayers and my sorrows out to the family. Um, I hate that they have to deal with this. I hate that that they lost their daughter, but this is an opportunity for us as parents to really just take some time to check on our kids, see how they're doing. And we really want to explain to them about bullying. We want to have a space where they feel comfortable with coming to tell us about bullying. And we need to explain to them that they shouldn't be doing the bullying as well. So if you are the parent of a child who people are reporting that they're bullying somebody, you need to have a conversation with them. Let them know about the consequences. This is just one extreme consequence, but it can end up to that child being hurt. Do you know how many kids who threaten schools, they did it because they were picked on, because they were outcasts? And so your child can end up being hurt. Your child can end up being prosecuted and end up going to jail. There's a number of consequences. So I highly encourage parents to not encourage their kids to do this and put a stop to it if they are doing it. And if your child is being bullied, you need to be able to have that relationship with them to where they're willing to talk about it and share it with you. And then to the school boards and to the administrators out there, you all got to start taking these bullying threats serious. When somebody are these bullying accusations serious, when somebody say they're being bullied, you need to put an end to it, put a watch to it, separate those people. Um, and honestly, as parents go, you all should possibly do some restraining orders against some of these kids, man, because nowadays these kids are getting crazy. These kids are getting to a point where they will hurt even adults. They're bringing weapons to school. They're bringing weapons to they got weapons on them. Period. And so I just want to take this opportunity just to quickly come on and just say, listen, don't let it get to this. Don't let it get to a point where somebody is ready to end their life or somebody has to be hurt or somebody has to end up in jail before somebody address bullying. Shame on those teachers. Shame on those adults who were supposed to be protecting this little girl. Nobody should have to go to school in a hostile environment, in an area where they're afraid. Nobody should have to do that. And so hopefully conversations happen at the school. Hopefully, those who are involved get some kind of empathetic, emotional intelligence training or whatever you want to call it. But it's just sad that this is what it came down to. And before I sign off, I want to leave out with a couple Bible passages to think about. First off is Proverbs 31, verses 8 through 9. It says, "Speak up for those who cannot speak up for themselves, for the rights of all who are destitute. Speak up and judge fairly. Defend the rights of the poor and the needy." I hope that hits home to those adults and those teachers at that school. I hope that hits home to the parents of kids who get reported that their child is bullying. I hope that hits home to the classmates and the students who sit around and watch. And then wherever you land on the whole migration thing, I don't care. Again, this is not what it's about. But I want to remind you what Jesus told the Israelites in Leviticus 19:33 through 34, because I believe this is his heart. This is God's heart. "When a foreigner resides among you in your land, do not mistreat them. The foreigner residing among you must be treated as your native born. Love them as yourself, for you were foreigners in Egypt." I'm not saying that people should be able to do whatever they want to do and come in here however they want to come into the country. But what I am saying is treat them with love, treat them with empathy, treat them in the way that you would want to be treated. And nobody wants to be told that their entire family is going to get deported, especially not an 11-year-old girl. That's all I got. Peace.